day, everybody. Welcome again to another episode of the Casual Report, and I'm your host, JT, on this fine Tuesday, 3rd of November. It's nearly Christmas, which means it's nearly my birthday, so Christmas can jog on. I have a special guest today, everybody, in the house. I'm just going to check my calendar, because I'm not sure what month we're in. It is November. Why do I see Bishop?
It's almost like a Christmas present, really, isn't
this
it?
is like Christmas has come early, yeah. Bishop's on the show. How are you, sir?
I am
very well. Before you answer that question, it's a privilege.
Thank you.
It's an absolute privilege to have you back on the show.
Here, honestly,
how have you been? How have you been, mate?
Really good, man. Really good. It's good to finally be back on here with you guys. Shame we haven't got Jam today, but yeah.
I feel as if we should be going. We're not worthy.
We aren't worthy, by the way.
Don't be
we
silly.
aren't worthy.
Don't be silly.
Bishop.
Yes.
When you told me, you were like, JT, I can't do this show and do the band as well. You went off. You're doing your band thing. How did that go?
Yep.
And are you having a break? Is that right, mate?
Yeah. So decided to take basically some time away from the band.
Mm-hmm.
It just hasn't been working out the way that I planned it. Don't get me wrong, I've had a fantastic time with the band and all that sort of stuff, and I appreciate every moment that I've been with them, and I hope there's no hard feelings, with those guys. But yeah, so I've got a lot more time on my plate now, so hopefully
back here,
should
mate.
be a little bit more regular. Should be here a little bit more regularly now, compared to what I used to be.
If it was just speaking, it'll be once a week-ish. Ish. We'll go ish, mate.
Ish.
Yeah, so are you still doing the music thing? I can see a guitar there. You can see a guitar here as well.
Yeah,
twins,
guitar
mate.
in the background. In Jack's amazing sort of field.
So Jackson Pollock painting is my bed, yeah? Take that however you want it.
But yes, I'm still doing music. I'm still good. What I'm actually planning on doing is a YouTube channel specifically designed for music.
Is this the first we're hearing about this?
In the future.
Is this a Casual Report exclusive?
I've talked about it on my streams, but it's...
Never mind your stream, mate. This is a Casual Report. Oh, wait, we'll take it. We'll take it all day.
We'll still take it. It's a Casual
I'll tell you what I've been
exclusive.
doing on guitar. Tuned my guitar to Dadgad, right?
Dadgad's a
it
great
sounds
tuning,
fucking mint. I can't do it. Like, 'cause you have to pick it and think I can't do it. But
for every single person on this channel watching,
no idea what I've just said. I understand.
Looking for games,
no idea.
more than likely you have no idea what we're talking about. Anyway, let's talk about games, shall we?
Before we talk about games, Dan's in the house.
Dan is in there.
How are we, Dan? You okay?
Hello. I'm all good.
How are you? Little birdie tells me you're self-isolating. Is that right, mate?
Yes. Yes, I've had to take a COVID test because someone of Mary's family is tested positive, so I am waiting for my results. So currently in isolation. Great fun.
Oh, we're having a great time. Speaking of isolation, I'm being furloughed for at least 7 days on Thursday, so I'll let you know how that goes. But Dan, what have you been up to, mate?
Lots and lots of games. Probably all the games, actually.
Playing a game the other day in the Discord chat, which I was very happy with, and you streamed it on, I want to say Saturday, but time is just fucking...
It was on Saturday, because it was Halloween on Saturday, wasn't it? So, yeah. So, Resident Evil 7. Did a stream of it.
Nice.
Then got addicted and completed it on Sunday.
Resident Evil 7? Answer the question.
Second, sorry?
Do you like it?
Oh yeah, it was great.
So that's
also
really Resident 7, mate.
Yeah, it wasn't quite as scary as I first anticipated it would be.
It's more like freaky, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, in a way. Yeah, definitely.
On that boat, the fucking black things. I was like, mate, no.
The molded.
Yeah, I was like, nope, not going there, mate. I was fucking legged it through there. No chance.
Yeah. To be fair, they're the ones that actually probably freaked me out the most because you didn't know when they'd appear, and because of the eerie soundtrack and the doors shutting behind you, you kind of looked behind you and thought there should be something behind me, but there isn't, and then it's in front of you.
Yeah. Then fucking, oh mate, been playing anything else? Or you been chilling or what?
Yeah. I've been playing quite a lot of Kingdom Hearts 3. Really enjoying that.
Great choice of game.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's definitely aged.
Came out last year. Last year.
It
I think
did,
I can't remember.
But
When did it come out?
sticks to its roots quite a lot, and
That's better.
I think the combat engine is a little bit on the stale side. But
Bishop, sorry Dan to interject. Do you agree with what you just said? Say yes or no.
I really do.
Oh, cool.
Kingdom Hearts 3 is
Sorry,
right
last
for me.
year.
It's I love Kingdom Hearts 3. I think they did a good job of it, but because of how long it took them to get the game out, they went through so many delays.
Oh yeah, it was ridiculous.
The game kind of, I don't know, it felt a little underwhelming, and most importantly, it also to me personally, it felt underdeveloped. It just didn't feel like it had the polish of a normal Kingdom Hearts game. Compared to all the other Kingdom Hearts games, that one just didn't seem to really hit me as best, as good as the other ones.
Yeah, which is
don't get me wrong, still love it though. So
out of interest, which is your favourite?
Kingdom Hearts 2.
Dan?
Birth by Sleep for me.
Which is a
Birth by Sleep
3DS one? Is it DS one?
Tremendous.
Which one is it?
No, that is
PSP
the PSP version. Yes.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Fantastic.
Birth by Sleep had the best control system. The way the game played, the gameplay was the best. Personally,
yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, I can appreciate that. Sorry to cut you off there, Dan. Carry on.
So yeah, it feels dated in a way. They've added things in to try and spruce up the combat, like extra moves, these effects that go on and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I can't exactly remember what they call them. Reprisals, I think they call them.
Bishop, what do they call them?
I can't remember. It's been such a long time since I've
We
played.
don't care what they call them. They call them something. You know what I mean?
It's basically like they change depending on what weapon you're using.
Right.
So you'll have like if you're using like the Keyblade from the Colosseum, which is Hercules' world,
Right.
It'll turn into like a flying weapon, and then it'll at the end when you do the finishing move, you'll summon some horses and strike down lightning and stuff, which is fine, but it isn't the actual core combat, and I think that's what lets it down a bit. But otherwise, I'm quite enjoying it.
Are you
graphically? It's amazing.
Yeah, it looks good. Are you part way through it or?
I would actually say I'd say I'm about 75% there, because I've just made it onto San Francisco, which is Big Hero 6.
You're about 70 to 75% through,
Yeah. So I've spent quite a lot of time on it now. I think I'm at nearly 24 hours on it. So I'll be getting definitely close to completion if in probably the next day or so.
Yeah,
I would have said.
Nice.
But yeah, enjoying it, but I'm with Bish on what he says there, really.
I can appreciate that. I've been just three things. No More Heroes on Switch, because I had to. Still great. I mean, it's a bit clunky around the edges a bit, but it's still fine. Hades on Switch, because it's fucking mint. And
you really talk quite highly about Hades.
We'll talk about Hades later. Actually, you put something on the dock, which I'm going to interject. Hey, remind me on. You know what it is, mate. I'm going to mark it. I'll mark it right now for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm watching actually on Netflix, Blood of Zeus. Right. Don't know if you know this about me. Said there's a lot. Greek myth nerd. Buzz off it.
Greek myth
nerd, it's from the guys that did Castlevania, right? And it's fucking well good. Like, it's just sick. Everyone's going mental. Oh, I'm not going to spoil anything too much. It's like one of those untold Greek stories and all that shit. But, yeah, very well voice acted. The artwork's really good. The violence is just like... But yeah, that's good. Watch it. Netflix original anime series called Blood of Zeus. So get that watched, please. Now, gentlemen, should we crack on? What?
Yeah.
Bishop's return, man. We need to be... hyped, mate. Bishop, speaking of being hyped,
yes,
you've added a release date. Binding of Isaac Repentance. I have a question for the people at home. What the fuck is that, mate?
So, Binding of Isaac Repentance is probably, I'm pretty sure they have said that it's the final Binding of Isaac update.
Has he said that before? I feel like he said that before, but
I think he has said that before. But
people buzz off it, don't they?
I do believe that this is the case this time around. because the amount of stuff this DLC adds is insane. So I'll just quickly go on the Steam page and quickly give you a few little sort of tidbits from this.
Right.
The Binding of Isaac Repentance is so huge, so new, and so feature-packed that it makes previous updates look like prequels.
Oof, mate.
Which is that's quite high.
Shit, mate.
That's quite a high thing.
Let's go.
I mean, just looking at this stuff. So, if you guys don't know what Anti-Birth is a game that's been out for a while. It's sort of it's like a modded version of the Binding of Isaac, and it was made by Binding of Isaac moderators.
Oh yeah.
So that game was so successful that they've decided to add a bunch of that Anti-Birth stuff into the original game, into Rebirth, and that's essentially the majority of what Repentance is. However, there is a lot more items and stuff added in there as well. The content's massive. Just some of the key features here: 130 plus new items, more than 700 items in total in the game now.
Sorry to interject.
Go on.
When you say items, do you mean weapons, or is that a mixture of weapons and
so
added?
Items are basically just pickups, so it could be anything from tier upgrades to maybe like an item that makes your tiers go funny, or whatever the case may be. There are loads of different items that do lots of different things in Isaac, and you have to learn them all. There's tons of them. Not specifically always going to be weapon upgrades. They're more than just that sometimes.
Oh, okay.
They can be speed upgrades.
Yeah, gonna cast your mind back about 6 years now. We played Binding of Isaac when we did that 24-hour stream.
We did.
I had a fucking great time.
A long time ago,
fucking love Binding of Isaac.
We did a charity stream.
And that's how we do,
was
mate.
Was it for Macmillan? Was it? I think it was.
Yeah, Macmillan.
Macmillan, yeah.
We love Macmillan.
And it was a really cool thing. We did I think it was like a 24-hour stream, and we had loads of people coming in and going and stuff like that. And one of the games that I kind of put up to play was the Binding of Isaac.
Yeah, it was indeed. That early in the morning, we did an indie AM thing where we played Shovel Knight, Resogun, Binding of Isaac, and I forgot the other one, Alienation.
There were some great games that we played, and we definitely want to do that again at some point.
we raised $12.50 for charity, which was £1,250, which I'm very happy with.
Awesome, man. That is pretty sweet.
Everyone was very generous with the donation, especially Banter, who donated about, I don't really want to say, but do you know what I mean? But Bishop, beg your pardon, go on, mate.
Yeah, so 130 plus new items, a full alternative path with brand new chapters and new final bosses and endings, 100 plus new enemies, 25 new bosses, which is insane, 2 new playable characters, 5 new challenges, 100 plus new achievements, and 5,000 plus new room designs, which is insane.
How many?
5,000.
5,000.
5,000.
Is it?
If you're a Binding of Isaac nerd like me, this is super amazing, and I'm so excited to play this on the 31st of December.
I'm buzzing for you, mate. Buzzing.
I'm just super excited. Anyway, that's enough for me when it comes to Binding of Isaac.
Mate, I know. I just have one question. It comes out.
It's a niche market, but it's amazing.
It's a great game. I'm not gonna. No one's gonna deny that, mate. No one should deny that, I should say. Question. It's out the 31st of December. Is that just a placeholder? Is that the date it comes out?
Right. Okay. So according to the developers, they say that it's still a placeholder, but they want to get it out before Christmas. I reckon roughly around 31st of December is where they are going to release it. I don't think it's going to differ much from that. Because they're
going to be there or thereabouts,
really,
you reckon?
Yeah, probably. They're still really trying to focus on it. So I reckon still somewhere around.
Usually, I'd say need to move it because no one's going to buy a game there, but
around
with Christmas, it being such a niche audience, people are just going to buy it regardless anyway. Exactly. So it's going to be fine.
It's not going to gain anything.
It's not going to gain anything. It's not going to lose anything. Yeah, you're right there, mate. Dan.
Yes.
Been a bit quiet, mate. Do you know anything? Do you care about Binding of Isaac at all?
I'll happily watch Bish stream it.
Mate,
I'm not.
Oh yeah, that's good. Twitch.tv/Bish_casual. Is that right? Still.
That's correct. Yeah.
Yeah. You did a run last night. Not last night. Night before. Was it night before? I can't remember, mate.
I did a run night before last, and I did a run today.
Oh, did you?
Both of them.
When you say run, you mean like a completed?
Yeah, I completed.
It's a roguelite. Is it roguelike or roguelite? It's Hades is one of them. I always forget which one it is.
I always forget which one it is, to be honest, as well.
But you get different builds every run, right?
Yeah, that's the whole idea.
One of them, I can't remember. Somebody correct me, please, because I don't know what I'm talking about.
That's correct, though. Basically, the run, you start off the run and you pick up items along the way, and eventually, when you get to the end, your run will be different every single time you play. So it's good fun. It's really good fun.
Cool. Bish, Dan, I don't know who put this here. Watch Dogs Legion reviews have dropped. When did they drop? I think they were last week. I think we missed them. But...
Last week, but I think we just missed the window for them, didn't we?
I think
so. Yeah, I dropped it.
Jam wants to play this. Bishop, do you want to play this?
So I've seen a lot of advertisements for this, and I...
Not seen that Stormzy music video, mate?
Yeah, it looks okay. I think I'd play it if I had, sort of, it was in front of me and someone said, "Do you want to play this?" Then I would be up for that. But
do you want to play it? No.
But I don't know. I don't think I'd go out my way to buy it.
No,
like, no, not particularly interested.
Where's my window gone? I'm fuming. I'm actually fuming. My window's gone, lads. Give me 2 seconds. On Metacritic, it's got 76 with 24 positive reviews, 11 mixed, and 0 negative. Now, Dan.
Yes.
Do you want to play this game?
I do.
Do you actually?
I do, actually.
That's good. Yeah. I was kind of hoping Jan wants to play this game. Probably because it's set in London, but do you know what I mean?
You see, I'm all into sort of like tech and sci-fi and all this sort of stuff. So whole cyber network London sounds pretty freaking amazing, to be brutally honest. Man. So from the front of that, it looks great, but the reviews don't do it any.
No, I mean, the best one's Windows Central. Said Watch Dogs Legions is a departure from the typical Ubisoft brand, and it's better for it. The player's anybody system just works. There's a lot to do, and it's unabashedly political in a way that feels important in 2020.
Yeah,
because it's just kind of strange because Ubisoft don't tend to make political games, do they? Nudge, nudge. You know what I'm saying?
I do love the fact that basically on the Metacritic version, it just says it's available on Stadia, though.
Yeah, it's like no one's asked.
Yeah, no one's playing it on that. That's why it's only got 76.
Exactly.
It's not just Metacritic, though. I did see that on Push Square, it got 5 out of 10. So it's very, it's very mixed bag on this game. There has been a few game-breaking glitches and stuff I've heard.
That was the Xbox on it when it
it'll actually cut out the Xbox One X at 4K or something like that because it's just too powerful.
It's too buzzing, mate. That's why. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's breaking consoles because it's just.
The consoles just aren't good enough for it, and then they're releasing games that
They should drop some truth bombs here, mate. I'm all for it.
I don't know. It really annoys me when game developers are trying to bring out games on consoles that just don't have the specs to play it. Like, for instance, a lot of Switch games these days, just in my personal opinion, just aren't up to scratch with
Witcher 3,
with the games that have been Witcher 3
World. Sorry.
But even stuff like Rocket League on Switch just doesn't feel right. It just doesn't feel right to me at all.
I'm so glad Bish is here because we were having this discussion last week about games that got ported onto the console because we were talking about Hitman 3 going to Switch, and Control,
Cloud.
But it's going over cloud-based service,
right?
Which means that it's running at like the actual resolution of like a PlayStation, I think.
It's basically the cloud.
Yeah, but it's based over the cloud. So why would you need to do stuff like the Outer Worlds? Why would you do The Witcher 3, which, in fact, are absolutely terrible on Switch? Mm-hmm. They just look shocking, and they've had to downgrade all sorts.
The only thing that I would say is okay to port things onto Switch is games that actually are benefited from the Switch portability. For instance, stuff like Monster Train, games that are like
Hades.
Card games, stuff like this. They kind of work well as a port onto the Switch because A, they're not as physically demanding as some of the AAA titles out there, and B, they work on the console that they're porting over to. It makes sense. But there are just certain games that just don't make any sense as to why they're like Fortnite and stuff like that. To me personally, all those games just don't seem to make any sense as to why you'd port them onto them, because you have to play them non-portable anyway most of the time for the internet connection. No sense.
I was gonna say, I bet you'd be really happy if they brought like Binding of Isaac to Switch.
They have. Yeah, it's
have they?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
it's
that.
an absolutely fantastic game on the Switch. It's great. It works perfectly.
So I was gonna say, because it takes a hold of that whole portability thing. You can take it on the go and all that sort of stuff.
That's why I've always loved Monster Hunter, and that's why Monster Hunter's got that sort of portability to it. And the new Monster Hunter Rise is that they've got the port.
While we're on that, you haven't been here. That got announced. What are you saying?
Yeah. I'm saying that Monster Hunter Rise is going to be one of the best Monster Hunter games that's ever released.
Boom! You heard it here first.
I'm super excited for Rise. It's being developed by the same people that made all the other portable Monster Hunter games. It's got portability in mind, which is amazing.
Not World, you mean? Yeah.
I unfortunately don't know their names. Not the people that made World. No. So this Monster Hunter Rise is being developed by another team. It's been in development now for about 5 years. A lot of people are comparing Monster Hunter Rise to Monster Hunter World because they look similar. But in actual fact, Rise got started building its core before Monster Hunter World was released.
Yeah.
The only thing the reason why people are comparing them is because they've got the same engine. That's the reason why it looks similar.
Yeah.
And it makes sense, but I think personally, Monster Hunter Rise is the best of both worlds. It's the best of the portable systems. It's the best of World as well. So it's got a bit of both in there. So you've got the new and the old coming together. It's kind of cool. I like it.
Yeah, well, cool. What were we about?
That's why I think that Switch games should be ported. You know, I think personally, games like that are portable and easy to play are just games that personally work on the Switch. But games that are AAA titles, most of the time, they just don't work. And I just don't understand why they do it. They're just wasting the money.
I mean, they must sell, otherwise it wouldn't.
Well, yeah, I suppose. That's just my opinion, of course, obviously.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Because have you seen Outer Worlds on Twitter? I think it's been patched and it looks a little bit better now. But when I first...
Yeah, I saw it when it first
I
released.
was like, bro, what the fuck?
Like, when you compare it to source material, like, it's awful.
It was rough as hell.
I played PC with 1080 in it, and it was striking the difference. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't the textures go as low as something like 480 or something silly?
That probably.
Ridiculous.
That's mental. In this day and age, I'm sorry, that's the only thing that I think personally Nintendo really need to start working on is their hardware. Their hardware is just. It's trash for 2020. We're living in a day and age where technology is incredible, and they just never seem to get it right ever. I just don't understand their logic.
I think they're aiming to the niche that the whole first party games are what sell the console, and the first party games work very good actually on the Switch.
Pikmin 3 just come out. That was great.
Too much power to do it.
Yeah.
And they can still charge a fortune.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's true. Lads, should we go on with the news or what?
Yes, let's do this.
Right. Quiet day today, which is unfortunate.
Relatively.
It's unfortunate, but we're going to go with this one, mate. First up, Activision say they want to bring more / all of their franchises to the mobile devices. The COO
that's a
says.
Shocker. Activision
Imagine my
more
shock,
money.
mate. I think I fixed it. Let me check. Buzzing. Right. I'm not going to read all this article, by the way. But...
Activision wanting more money. I mean, just a shocker. Just a shocker, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, what? Diablo is going on the phone, isn't it? Is that right?
Yeah, that was a huge thing, wasn't it? So they announced a mobile version of Diablo on the main stage.
Don't you guys have phones though? This is what I'm saying.
Of BlizzardCon.
Do you remember that guy?
Sorry.
That BlizzCon thing. There was a guy like, is this some kind of April Fool's joke? And then one of the devs was like, oh, don't you guys have phones? I'm like, this is not Read the room, mate. Do you know what I mean? This isn't where you say
It was
this.
sometime last year. It was just so stupid.
This is a Twitter announcement if I've ever seen one.
I was going to say, if you're in a room full of hardcore Diablo players, you're not going to announce we're bringing a mobile game, are you?
That was hilarious, by the way.
Oh my god, the memes that came out of that crap.
Oh
Honestly.
yeah, the guy, the legendary. Oh, is this some kind of April Fool's joke guy? It was just. I get it. Funny, mate. But Alyssa. Guess what? There's a name here I can't say, by the way, guys. Thanks.
Oh, of course.
Alyssa McAloon, I think. Sorry, Alyssa. Yeah, she brings this article from Kama Sutra, basically saying that Call of Duty's on the phone, Diablo's coming, etc.
Among Us there's a new trend at the minute, and that's on the mobile phone too.
Where are we now? Yeah, so I have a question. Bishop, I've asked Dan this before, I think. Would you ever going to be in a position where the mobile device is going to be your primary source of gaming? I know what Dan's going to say, no. I know what I'm going to say, probably not. Primary source, Bish.
No.
No.
Not at all. Right, okay. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, I know mobile phones are getting stronger, and they're always developing and stuff like that as the years go by. You've got cloud service gaming and stuff like that allows you to play through the cloud and stuff like that. And all of these are great inventions. They're amazing things. But no, I just don't think. Don't get me wrong. I'm saying this knowing full well that I have one of my favorite consoles. Even though I've just been bashing them like crazy, Nintendo Switch has been one of my favorite consoles for the past 3, maybe 4 years. It's amazing. I love it to pieces. However,
need that bit of power. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you still do need that power.
Perhaps a 1080 screen, less bezel on the edges.
I mean, I'm not saying that one day we will be sat with a mobile phone in front of us with a controller playing mobile games. I'm not saying that.
I do that now,
I'm
to be fair.
That might happen at one point in the future, but we're talking way in the future. It's nowhere near there yet, and I just don't think it's even relevant to really to go there with it.
You're just waiting for the glory days of Nintendo Power coming back, aren't you? Just like the ultimate power force is coming back.
Now you're playing with power, mate. Yeah. I mean, the mobile market is Wedge City, so I don't blame them. A big corporation for going for money. It's just why? I don't want to do this.
If I had some advice to give to Activision, it would be this: if you've got a game franchise that fits on a mobile device, then by all means go ahead and do it.
What would fit? Let me have a look quick.
But I just don't. You've got lots of AAA titles, and I just don't think it'll work.
I'm waiting for the day they bring WoW to mobile.
What's happening?
It will.
Diablo's on the phone. Fucking WoW's going on there.
WoW's going. Warcraft will go. God. I think. Is it Warcraft? Yeah, it's Warcraft, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. Especially, I mean, you're talking about an MMO there. You're talking about a massively multiplayer online game. There's not a chance that game's going to work on a mobile. It's just not. I mean, that kind of game can't even be ported to a console properly because it's just got so many macro keys you need to use. It's got so many different keyboard shortcuts that you need to make that game work and play properly. All you're going to do is just going to piss off your player base by doing that.
Just to make more money.
Just my opinion. I don't know.
Wedge, mate. That's all they care about. Wedge. Right.
Jam's fuming about his PS5.
Yeah, everybody. Breaking news. Jam's expecting his PS5 a day late. So, F in the chat for Jam.
F in the chat.
Dun, dun.
F in the chat. Let's go. Should we move on?
Yes, let's.
Bishop. Thought of you, mate.
Yeah.
I'm getting this game, by the way.
Okay.
I've decided. It looks fucking mint. Demon's Souls.
Demon's Souls. Don't even get me started on Demon's Souls.
He's going to start doing something on screen that we don't want to see.
Bishop, mate.
Yeah.
It's just I don't even know why this is news, but we're gonna have a chat anyway. Demon's Souls on PS5 has over 180 game help videos.
So I read into this and I'm like, what? This just makes no sense to me whatsoever.
It does. It's Demon
Right.
Souls.
It's a
Right.
Eurogamer.
Okay. Let me explain why this, I think personally, is pointless for Demon Souls. Right. Demon Souls, just like every other FromSoft, sort of FromSoft game in the past, however many years. You're talking Sekiro, you're talking Dark Souls, you're talking Bloodborne.
Mhm.
These games predominantly are games that are run by the community. Okay, they're games that when you go on YouTube, you look up YouTube tutorials and stuff like that for Dark Souls and all these kind of games, and you have these amazing community people that all sit there and go through how to play these games better and stuff like that. And but that's the thing, is by doing this, by getting 180 tutorial videos straight off the bat that you can just put on the right hand side of your screen, in my personal opinion, that just takes away from the game so much. The whole idea of Demon Souls, the whole idea of these different games, is that you explore them yourself. You learn from the mistakes that you make. When you die, you personally learn a new skill by dying through the game, and that's what Demon Souls is all about. That's what it's always been about in terms of those games. And in my opinion, having 150, 180. It's just I don't see the point in it. I mean, if you're a new player that really, really struggles and wants to get through it, then fair enough. I get it.
That's probably where this is going. It's probably to appeal to the casual or the newbie who just want to pick it up. Oh, can't do this. Goes online. Oh, cool. 180 videos. It might be a bit overwhelming, to be fair, but
a lot of it is skill, though. A lot of it is skill, and you have to sit down and learn these things yourself in order to really understand them properly. But yeah, I get it. The
skill is, though, in Souls games, Bishop, is to just go around the back of an enemy and just whack it in the ass.
That's a lot.
Until it turns round, and then you just go around the back again and just keep going. Now, I mean, I don't hate the player, hate the game, mate. Let's go. Jam, just to update you, mine is still down for the 19th, mate. Cheers. Have a nice day. Dan, are you anything to add before I move on?
No, I'm looking forward to it. Let's crack on. That was Wesley in Pool. I can say that name by that was Eurogamer. Thank you for the heads up, Wesley. Where are we now? Bish, what are we doing now? Forgot.
We are now on the Friday the 13th.
Let's go. Friday the 13th. No one plays it. Fuming. That's probably why it's going down the shitter. Sorry. Apparently it's really good. Gentlemen, did you play the Friday the 13th game?
No. It came out at the wrong time for me. I was more of a Dead by Daylight player.
Yeah.
I know a ton of people that love Friday the 13th. The game. They just loved it so much. Me
the graphics let it down a bit.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah, so where you come from?
This is Matt Shot. Another name I can't say. Cheers, Matt, mate. Nice one. Appreciate it very much. Matt's here. I think is a community developer. Basically saying that the dedicated servers are going in the bin, and it's just going to be peer-to-peer and private matches from here on out. But you will keep your XP and items and shit like that.
Do we know how long this game's been out for now?
Oh, it is a while. About 2-3 years, I think. I want to check.
Right. Yeah, okay.
I'm a man
that sounds about right.
Yeah, I mean, I assume the player base is on the floor, which is why they can't afford to keep the servers up, which is why they've had to spin it. But it is a shame. Let me have a look.
Yeah, this is a shame.
3 years.
Came out. Yeah, 3 years.
Dan knows, mate. Yeah. Do you have anything to add?
Servers cost money.
Servers cost money. Player base, need a player base.
Then you get rid of them.
Microtransactions, get the money up to be able to pay for the servers, to be able to keep them open. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, it's
a shame.
It's an unfortunate thing, but unfortunately,
yeah, like
it's the way of
asymmetric multiplayer. Question, guys. How do you feel about it?
What did you say?
It's asymmetric, isn't it? There's one killer and about 4 or 5. Is that right?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that kind of?
If you watch people play it, you'll understand how fun it is.
Yeah, I'm for it.
It does look really good fun.
Yeah.
Actually, just watching people play it. I watch a lot of streamers play it, and yeah, I reckon there's nothing wrong with the asymmetrical
I like it.
style.
I was gonna say it's a Black Friday game. It could Black Friday, a casual Friday would actually be.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Like we could be
it's actually like Dead by Daylight off Friday the 13th or something like that. Would actually be great.
It's got a little bit of Evolve in there. Do you remember Evolve?
The
game
that's so much potential, mate.
The one that went free to play because it was so shockingly bad.
Yeah, because so many people just didn't play it.
Yeah.
I disagree with that. I think it was actually a very, very good game. I just think people just really didn't gravitate to it.
Save it. That's our unpopular opinion this week. We'll talk about. But me and you agree on this, Bishop. I think I've talked to you about this before. But yeah, it's a shame that's. I mean, you don't want to see any game go down the shitter. But
yeah,
we want to see every game do well, every film, every album.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean? But sometimes there's only so much time in the day. Do you know what I mean?
Unfortunately, there's so many games out there now that the marketplace has become saturated, and there's so many
race to the bottom and all that shit. You know what I mean?
There's so many of the same genre out now to the point where it's like the one that's good is the one that unfortunately just gets the most, and all the other ones just get left high and dry, and it's nothing you can do.
Sometimes.
I was about to say that I would agree with you, Jack, unless it was a UE Ball game or film. We don't want those to do well.
We don't. No.
Get him off.
No, I don't. Oh, fuck's sake. Right. Next one comes from Reddit, from Cat the Human, because it's a nickname. I'll probably say that one. Posted. What's his name? Todd Howard.
Todd Howard
did an interview and he talked some shit about Starfield. Now, do you remember Starfield when it got announced 400 years ago and nothing since?
Yes.
Yeah. Dan, do you remember?
Yeah.
Sound right. He's come out and he's chatting mad shit. It's a single player game, so happy days, right?
Yeah, I suppose.
I mean, we don't even know what it is. A focus of that's that word again. I hate that fucking word. Sorry. A focus on procedural generation during level design confirmed the Star Wars and the Elder Scrolls 6. I hate procedural generation.
I read this 45 minutes ago and generally had the exact same reaction.
I hate it, right? I don't hate it. Dead Cells is good. Band of Isaac's procedurally generated, is that right?
Yeah.
Hades, all the roguelite. It's roguelite-y. If it's not a roguelite, I don't want procedural generation. Like, get away from it.
No Man's Sky now is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
It's got an amazing
the rule.
Yeah.
Broken clock strikes twice a day, mate. You know what I mean? That's not... Well, how do you feel, Dan, about procedural generation?
I'm not totally against it. I mean, it works well in certain games, don't get me wrong.
I agree. But when it's a selling point, it does me head in.
It gets to a point in which you kind of want something a little bit more linear rather than something that's just randomized. So, yeah, I can see why you have a bit of hate on it, but it's not totally bad.
It's difficult because with stuff like that, procedurally generated stuff is the reason why a lot of people kind of put it out there as this really good thing is because it's basically new content all the time. That's what they try and market it as, at least anyway. And obviously, the more and more we play procedurally generated games, we realize that actually this is not the case. More times than not, you just get the same things repeated more and more as you play. But because a lot of people these days play a linear game and get very bored very quickly. And I mean, you're looking at single player story-driven games like Jedi Fallen Order, stuff like that. That's the only one that came to mind. These games are amazing. Their story's incredible and their gameplay's great. But once you've played it once or twice through, it's a dead game. At that point, you have no more reason to play it, if you see what I mean. So, procedural generated games, in theory, they make sense because you're trying to...
I get it. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, you're trying to be sort of smart about the way you develop games. But unfortunately, they just don't work. We need a new system in place for that kind of thing. If you want to make something really procedurally generated, we need to change the way that it's developed because I just don't think it works.
Yeah, no, I agree. yeah, I just when it's like it's a big fucking selling point, and I like a purposefully designed level. I think it just hits harder when someone sat there and thought about it. Do you know what I mean?
Again, Dark Souls comes to mind.
Yeah, exactly. So a bit more on this. Is it overhaul to the creation engine, which is the fucking buggy ass fucking stupid engine they've been using since the 40s. Yeah, the rendering's better, animation's better, artificial intelligence is better, and there's that word again. Precision generation. It's going to be a while before we see it. Obviously, we knew that. It ain't coming out in 2021. Do you know what I mean? And NPCs will play a large role in future games.
Do we think this is going to be an Elder Scrolls contender?
I don't think so. I love Elder Scrolls. I don't think so.
I mean, Elder Scrolls is fantastic.
Is it an RPG?
Because Elder Scrolls, in a sense, is technically procedurally generated.
Yeah, ish.
It is. If you think about it,
mate.
It is. Like that. Weirdly enough, we're talking about this now, but if you look back at Elder Scrolls, one of the things they marketed back then was that there was never the same quest twice.
Yeah, I suppose.
Like that is procedurally generated.
When I say procedurally, I mean like level design. Like
yeah.
I hate it. I don't hate it because some games do it well, but when it's like, oh, it's procedure generation, it's like it's been around since the 80s. Shut up.
Yeah,
I think it has.
Agree.
I'm not a fucking engineer. I don't know, but do you know what I mean? Before we go on, Dan.
Yeah.
Starfield. Are we looking forward to it? You want to see more or what?
I think we all want to see more.
We all want to see more, mate.
To be fair, it could turn out pretty well, but we don't know a lot about it. So
exactly.
Start feeding us some actual good tidbits, and yeah, I might be
stop talking up your arse, Todd Howard.
Yeah, please.
Give
one
us
thing
some
Todd Howard does well is talk
thing.
out his arse, mate. I love Todd Howard, by the way. That wasn't a dig.
Todd Howard's amazing.
He's funny as fuck.
Todd Howard's great.
But
it's like when he did that the E3 thing when Fallout 76 come out, and he just walked out and said, "Oh, I'm fucking glad you're all still here." I was like, "He knows, mate." Yeah, he knows. Lads. Moving on. Resident Evil 8, Resident Evil Village, Dan.
Yes.
Resident 7 just in time, mate. It's PS5 features and shit that's been announced and named and shit. Let's have a look at this, shall we? Bishop.
Yeah, well, it mentioned 4K ray tracing.
Go back to your beautiful face. Bishop, mate.
Yeah.
Are you buying a PS5 or Xbox Series X, or are you just going to chill for a bit?
Going to chill for a bit.
Yeah.
Because I have a perfectly good PC that I just don't think I need to get the consoles just yet.
Bang.
Just yet.
Yes.
However, I think the first console I will buy, PS5.
Yeah, because you have a PC, you can play Xbox games on PC.
Exactly.
Boom. Nothing against the Xbox Series X. It's a well-made machine. Don't get me wrong. It appears to be a well-made machine. Question though. Was it a question? Let's move on. Let's go in here, mate. You know what I mean? Right, the PS5 features. It's going to have stunning visuals. To nobody's surprise. It's going to look nice in 4K with ray tracing. You happy about that? Of course you are, mate. It's going to be near instant loading times. The adaptive triggers we all fucking keep hearing about. I want to try them, by the way. Do you know what I mean? I need to know what it is. Haptic feedback. I need to know. I need to try it.
Yeah, it's not one of those things you can just say.
No, man. And the Tempest 3D audio tech on them headphones. I might need to buy a set of them headphones. Do you know what I mean? With the when fucking Mark Cerny was going on about ears, I was like, Mark, mate, no one's intelligent enough to keep up with you. Smaller words, mate. But haptic feedback, the trigger thing, where you jam your gun and the button doesn't press in, I want to try that because it sounds fucking cool.
Does sound interesting.
But Bishop.
Yeah.
Question. You play 7, Resi 7?
I'll be honest with you, I rarely play Resident Evil games.
You played Resi 4 though, right?
I think I've played 5, quite a bit.
Have you not played 4? He's not played 4. I don't know why you've come back, mate. Do you know what I mean? I just... Get off my... I'm joking. Then it's just buzzwords, right? That
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
agreed.
it's
It's
just
got
trying to showcase what
Yeah.
we can do here and blah blah blah. I must admit though, the one thing I did notice is that they're carrying on with Ethan Winters as the protagonist, which
Is it him? Well, I was a bit.
Caught me by
oh yeah, it
surprise.
says first sentence in the article. Sorry, I'm going mental. Yeah, Ethan Winters is there. Do you know what annoys me about Resident Evil?
what?
There's no 2 Resident Evil games where Chris Redfield looks the same. He always looks like a different guy,
It does.
which is I never recognise him.
To be
And
fair, in the picture on here, he kind of looks a bit chubby.
Yeah, I don't. Is that Chris or Ethan? I don't even know.
No, the guy in the picture, Chris Redfield.
Chris, yeah.
In the second picture,
Yeah,
the one on the left is Ethan. Obviously,
yeah.
that's your protagonist. So yeah,
He looks like he's put a bit of timber on, mate. You know what I mean?
he has. Yeah,
Bless
definitely
him.
has.
Do you know what I mean? How would you put timber on when there's zombies everywhere?
True.
But this, I'm getting Resi 4 vibes because big village. It's a big cult that's been under. Fucking, they've gone mental. Do you know what I mean? But Bishop, it bothers me you've not played Resi 4, mate. I'm sorry.
I'll have to go back to it.
No, you will, mate. I'm gonna. It's on Steam. I'm gonna get it you.
Resi 4 is probably one of the best games of our time. 100%.
It's probably not aged. If you were to play it back then and play it now, you probably muscle memory would save you. But if he's just going to jump into it now, I think the mechanics and shit have evolved enough for it to feel clunkier than it is. But back in 2003 or 4, help me out, Dan, was it 5?
Say again, sorry.
What year did Resi 4 come out? Was it 2005 or 2004?
Oh, it was
Now
2000.
we're asking, mate.
It came out
Yeah,
on
if you played
GameCube, so 2004, 2005.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean, Bish? You may play it and it might feel a bit clunky, but if you played it back in the day,
Back then,
it felt so good.
I know what you mean.
It still feels good, don't get me wrong, but if you were to go in dry now, we're not sure, mate.
Yeah, of course.
But anyway, yeah, Resident Evil 8 looking fresh, mate.
Does look very good, actually. Yeah, I'm excited for it, and
Mate,
I'm really into that kind of
speaking
genre,
about
so-
things I'm excited about, can I have the floor for a second?
Of course you can.
Mate, I thought, right, last week, the Friday I think it was annoyed. I wasn't annoyed, I'm buzzing, but Miles Morales, the Spider-Man game, coming out PS5, launch on November 19th for us. Is it?
I knew you'd be buzzing about this.
November 12th, sorry. Now, one of my favourite films, not only of the past whenever, but one of my favourite films of all time is... I've got it here, actually. Not that one. That was a good film, though, to be fair. That one.
Yeah.
Have we seen this film, gentlemen?
I genuinely agree with him on this because it was
I still haven't watched it.
Why have you not watched it?
I still haven't watched it, and I'm so sorry, genuinely, because you told me so many times to watch it.
Bail you out here now. It's on Netflix on Friday, so get it watched, mate.
Is it actually? Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
Friday,
watching that. That's something I will watch, genuinely.
Go and wish list it now, whatever you do. Watch list, innit?
Yeah, watch
I'm
list,
getting my things mixed up, mate.
It's sick.
But yeah, mate. The suit's going in Spider-Man, and I'm fucking buzzing because the animation's so good. Have you seen it? Have you seen this trailer?
It looks awesome. It looks awesome.
That's not in the middle. It's pissing me off. It doesn't matter.
Bit of it and just had a look at it, and it looks
2 seconds.
incredible. It looks really cool.
Wait there. Let me fix the box. Give me 2 seconds. Talk about it more.
Like,
have you played the first Spider-Man game?
No, I still haven't played. I played a little bit of it. I was at a friend's house and I played a little tiny.
You were like, I ain't playing this shit. There's no fucking Spider-Verse suit in it. You know what I mean?
That's the only reason why. Yeah.
That probably would be the only reason
straight
why.
Up, just didn't want to play it because of that.
Oh yeah, all day, mate, all day.
No, this looks great. This looks great. If you're into the Spider-Verse fan, then this is insane.
Mate, because funny story. I'm going to tell you now about Spider-Verse. Some knowledge for you. In the first 2/3 of the film, Miles Morales is animated at 24 frames a second, whereas the rest of the film is animated at 20 full whack 60 odd, I think, or 48 it might be. But that is to show is because he's getting into he's not actually quite Spider-Man yet. He's still learning his trade and all that shit, and he feels out of place. But when later on in the film he goes back up to 60, and they've animated it like he's on 24 frames a second, and it's fucking mint. I'm sorry.
Absolutely love these small details like that.
I don't know if you can tell on the video because of the compression.
Just to add an
you see it?
interesting fact, I think it was mentioned that you can actually change the frame rate of the suit in the game.
There you
So
go.
you can actually like change it from 24 to
that's really
like
cool.
60. I read that somewhere. I'll see if I can find the article. Into
Let's just check. Sorry.
Just straight up though, this game looks absolutely stunning. By the way,
I'm trying to
amazing.
find out, is it a pre-order bonus? It's probably not, right? It's probably not. Pre-order it anyway, because it looks sick, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
If you're a Spider-Man fan, then all you need to know is that this looks absolutely amazing.
It's just a little things for me, because I was a bit like, I'll probably get that in the new year, in January, February or something. I'm fucking day one now, mate. I want to fucking add that to my basket right now. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That Demon's Souls, that'll be good. And bought a Snatch because I get that for free on PS5. So there you go. Dan.
Yes.
You like battle royales?
No, I don't.
No, you don't. Right, Daniel. Bishop as well. Are you familiar with? Oh, hang on. Jam the Pro Gamer has finished his game. Jam, did you win? We'll come back to this in a minute. He won. He's a pro gamer. He's going to win. He's going to go all the way.
He's going to go all the way, mate.
All the way. Let's go.
So, what, like 3 or 4 days ago, he was on Halo 5 and won Halo 5.
He won Dirt. I don't know which one it was. I think it was 4. Halo 5, did you say?
Yeah, buzzing, yeah.
And then this. I can't buzzing. Right, we're all buzzing. You're going to tell us about it on Thursday, but you know what I mean? We have that time. We've got a fucking Battle Royale game to talk about here, Jam. You know what I mean? We can't be talking about fucking you cleaning up the esports world, mate. Bishop, I have a question before I ask Dan this question. Are you familiar with Vampire the Masquerade? Cheers, Daniel.
I'm not that much, no.
I'm not either. It's one of them games. See it about. I'm going to play that.
Yeah, I've seen bits of it before. Yeah,
I don't care. Yeah. God, excuse me. Well, you'd be dead interested. I think you're gonna jump in now because there is a battle royale coming. Don't know why.
Right. Okay. So I was reading through this article about this earlier, and I went on the YouTube channel to see the actual YouTube trailer, and the dislikes on this it's just great.
It's 1.3 thousand likes to 1.7 thousand dislikes.
Yeah. So the reason why people are disliking this is because correct me if I'm not mistaken, this kind of genre of game is like a
tabletop arcade. Tabletop role playing game. Sorry, I'm sorry. Reading the comments here. We're here,
and so many people are really like, why are you doing this? This makes no sense for the genre, and it makes no sense as to why you would even bother doing this.
It doesn't make sense, to be honest with you. Yeah, I agree.
It doesn't. Like, you're just pissing off your core fan base. Once again, this is just another one of those get-rich money schemes that people seem to believe is going to work.
And the issue I have with this is this game comes out, what, next year? Is it? Let me have a look. Sorry. Later half of 2021. It's too late. Right. The cow's been milked by then. Do you know what I mean? The battle royale cow's been built. Fucking Fortnite's had a.
You say that. To
be fair,
literally, battle royale games come out every single year now, and they are just insanely popular now. And as much as I hate to say that because I hate battle royales, they do seem popular.
But you know what the casual report ultimate battle royale game is, don't you? It's Tetris 99, mate. Let's fucking go.
Tetris 99.
Let's fucking go. The only battle royale game that matters is Tetris 99, and it's free ish. Ish. But I mean, I think it's Shark Mob's first game as well. I've no doubt they're gonna make I've no doubt it's gonna be well made and all that shit. But it seems like a slap in the face to the fan base. It's like, imagine a Witcher battle royale. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of be the same kind of thing.
Imagine Halo coming out and saying we're doing a battle royale.
People actually want that. I've seen on Twitter. But do you want that? Would you have that?
No, I do not.
Ask me if I'd have a Gears of War battle royale.
Would you?
Would you?
I'd be interested to see what to do with it, but I don't think I'd want it. Do you know what I mean? If you offered it me, I'd be like, no, I'm good. But if you say, oh, here's a trailer and a breakdown, I'd be like, do you know what? Let's have a look at this.
Okay, I tell you what. For your next stream on the Casual Report, think of a good game that would work well with a battle royale, and get back to the Casual Report.
Yes, we will. And make sure you're on the show as well, because what are yours, mate? Do it next time you're on.
Sure. Moving on.
Battle Royale. No, don't care. Next.
No. Next.
What we're doing? Sorry, press the wrong button. What are we on now? Right, Fortnite is why.
This Casual Report just keeps getting worse and worse.
Speaking of battle royale games, the next gen. What are we on here? Sorry, you've just added this. Sorry, 2 secs. Let me just have a mooch. Yeah, Fortnite's next gen statistic. Is that the right word? Why can't I think of the word, guys? What's the word? Why aren't you telling me? Why are you letting me suffer?
Cut your losses, Jack. Cut your losses.
I can't think of the word.
All we need to know is that Fortnite is coming to the next gen.
We knew that, but we have the.
It's going to be running at 4K resolution at 60 frames per second.
The word?
And
right
this is annoying me.
Dan, look at me in the eye and tell me. Ask me, do I care about this?
I know you don't care, but the word is getting on my nerves. Like
Bishop, do you care about this?
See ya. It's just, oh god, I just don't care. I mean, fair enough. I get it. I get it.
The specs. I'm going to say specs. That's probably not right. So run down quickly. I'll be dead quick, Bish. Stay there. Don't talk. On the Series X/S, so at 4K resolution at 60 on the X. Dynamic visuals and physics on the X, 1080p at 60 on the S, getting to matches quicker, and enhanced split screen. You can play at 60 frames per second split screen, which is something I'm all for, but I don't care about Fortnite, so whatever. On the PS5, 4K at 60, dynamic visuals and physics, DualSense controller immersion, so there's that haptic feedback and all that shit. Select your favourite mode from PS5 home screen, so you can actually select your mode before you're even in the game. How cool is that?
That's cool.
And getting to matches quicker, and obviously enhanced split screen at 60 frames per second. Right, moving on. That was from the Fortnite blog. Moving on. Cheers, Dan. And
I've never been more bored in my life.
Yeah, I nearly fell asleep telling that story, mate. But moving on. From Software are still making games. Did you know that?
Strangely enough, I didn't know that until just the other day when they actually announced this.
They made fucking Sekiro. Oh, fucking carry on, lads. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, so
Wesley in Pools here again from Eurogamer. It says, yeah, so long and short of it, George Martin, right? Is that his name? George R. Martin.
George R. Martin, yes.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones guy and From Software have combined to make Elden Ring. Elden Ring got announced at E3 I want to say 2018, but do you know what I mean? I got rumored for ages, and it announced it, I want to say 2018, and there's done nothing since.
2019, it says here, since it was
2019. Beg your pardon, thank you. See how time's just fucking.
It's crazy, isn't it? Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's crazy.
But anyway, yeah, there's a tweet from Software, and my thing's fucked. I'm sorry. That's doing me head in as well. Yeah. So they say, and I quote, "We also greatly appreciate all the enthusiasm and support shown for Elden Ring. Our next Dark Fantasy action RPG, we hope you look forward to it." Bishop.
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to it?
Oh my god, I'm looking forward to this game so much.
Can I just, before... It's going to be a Souls-like game, right? Is that correct?
I believe that's the case, yes.
Right, okay.
We will see, though.
I thought that, anyway, with the thingy, but...
Yeah, it says here, Elden Ring will focus more on RPG elements. Third-person melee combat will return, however, alongside a wide variety of weapons, magic, and ways to engage enemies that make it possible to provide users with a style of gameplay and strategy that suits them, which is good news for Dark Souls fans that missed the character customization in From's samurai game, Sekiro.
Did you play Sekiro, quick?
I still haven't played it. No.
I haven't played it. I want to play that one. That's good.
Still on my wish list though.
Yeah.
Still want to play it. Definitely.
Yeah, man. So it's still happening. In case you were worried.
So it says here, it's described as FromSoft's biggest title yet.
They're going to say that, though,
with
aren't they?
Miyazaki at the helm. Miyazaki has said that the Elden Ring, which started development shortly after the completion of Dark Souls 3's DLC, is envisioned as a dark fantasy RPG full of things that we weren't able to do in the Dark Souls series. So it's going to be great. I'm just so excited for it.
There you go. Probably check it out.
I've seen so little stuff on this game, and yeah, I'm just so.
I agree, mate. I agree. Right, that is the news. Quiet day, like I said. Bishop.
Mm-hmm.
Before we go on, was it you put this discussion in, or was it Dan?
That's correct, it's me. Yeah.
You good. I like it, mate. However, before we spoke about some stuff last week, which I really fucking wish you were on the show for, mate. So I'm gonna ask you anyway. Yep. First one, dead quick. Cyberpunk 2077 went gold and still got delayed. What's your take?
Yeah, that's really, really weird. They must have gone gold and then looked at the
hang on a minute.
Yeah, they must have.
That first patch is going to be a bastard, probably. That's probably what happened.
From what I read, the reason as to why they've cut it back is because of the performance on the consoles.
Probably, well, it wouldn't surprise me. Yeah. It appears to be the only thing holding it back.
And it's to me, yeah, I get it. I don't know. It just this game's been delayed so many times now, and it's just like just when
it's had about 3 delays this year, mate. You know what I mean?
When are you going to release this thing? Probably 27.
I remember. I've told this before, and I'm going to tell it again. So just deal with it. Sat at Jams in 2012, watching the announcement trailer for this.
Just
2012.
Crazy. Yeah.
By the way, right, Sam.
Mm-hmm. I remember it too.
Dan.
Yes.
Anything to add quick before I spish up the next question?
Nah, not really. We had this conversation last week.
Go watch the other one if you care about what Dan says. I care about what Dan says.
I'll Cyberpunked out.
Yeah, mate. Let's go. Bishop as well, Mr. Halo.
Mm-hmm.
Where are we now? I can't remember the gentleman's name. Oh, Tim Longo.
Right.
Creative director of 2015's Halo 5 Guardians, and I think creative director of the new project.
Mm-hmm.
Left 343 last week, I think. Mm-hmm. I think it was last week. Mm-hmm.
I read the article of his departure, and so
what do you think about that? Quick.
So this is not the first time this has happened on Halo Infinite at all.
Yeah, someone else left, didn't they, a couple weeks back?
Multiple times. I'm very worried for Halo Infinite. Very, very worried for
we
Halo
were saying
Infinite. I really am.
So
yeah, because we were saying that Microsoft can't just hunch Halo up. Do you know what I mean?
It's not just that. It's the fact that now they must clearly have spent way more money than what they were expecting on this game, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, I just don't. It upsets me so much to see my beloved franchise that I love so much just have all of these setbacks all the time, and it's just it's heartbreaking to see because I love the series so much. To see another creative director go, because I from what I've heard, and this is just from what I've seen.
Disclaimer: this isn't
isn't like set in stone or anything like that. But from what I've heard and from reviews from people and stuff like that, the working environment in 343 at the minute because of Halo Infinite just isn't good.
Must be pressure, however, you know what I mean? Must be massive pressure.
However, on the others, the main reason as to why that it's not good is because they are bringing in and out contractors all the time, and so because of that, because of that, you've not got a concrete set of team, concrete team that are working on something consistently. You're always just bringing in and out coders and all that sort of stuff, and because of that, you every single time you got someone who's learning something as soon as you come in,
mm-hmm.
and as soon as they've learned it, they've only got a short time to work on it, and then they're gone again.
It's like It's like if you were making an album and you had different musicians in and out all day. It's like you want the same. You want the same set, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you get
record
so
it,
jumbled
then
up with
fuck them
everything,
off.
and everything just becomes so unbelievably difficult to
Mhm.
kind of keep up with. And if you're a creative director, you're going to get really burnt out because of that. Because it's just
Yeah.
like, where am I going? Where do I go here to get that to work?
So when me and Jack were talking about it last week, we discussed obviously the future for Halo, but I made a mention of. Do you remember the talk of Bungie being bought by Microsoft before Bethesda got bought? It really does sound like 343 are on shaky ground at the moment, and we both hinted on the fact that we feel as me and Jack said that we believe that 343 might not be the studio to get this game correct, because it's a studio that hasn't really done anything else almost.
I agree in a sense. I think 343 have done some things well.
Yes.
In their
Bishop,
time
quick question,
of making
sorry.
Halo games.
Can I just? Did you like 4?
I did like 4.
Did you like 4? Did you like 5? Did you like 5?
I actually really liked 5.
Oh,
yeah.
okay,
I think both Halo 4 and 5 had some really good things in them to make them decent and playable. There were obviously a lot of other things like microtransactions and other things like that. For instance, on Halo 4, they rushed out Halo 4, and I don't think this was 343. I personally don't think this was 343's problem. I think this was because Microsoft were pushing them so much to make it.
Yeah, I've heard that about Microsoft.
But Halo 4 originally released on the Xbox 360, which just did not have the specifications for that game. It just didn't at all. And so because of that, the frame rate was appalling. And one of the reasons as to why Halo 5 didn't have split screen on campaign was because Halo 4's campaign split screen was so bad that you couldn't play it. I remember trying to play with a few of my friends, and the frame rate was awful, especially on bigger screens, and it's just not a very nice experience at all. When that game then ported to the Xbox One, things started to get better, but then the player base had gone at that point so much to the point where there was no point in playing it. I don't know. It's just they've made a lot of mistakes, and I think personally, I don't think it's 343's fault. I think it's to do with the fact that Microsoft are trying to push them to do stupid release dates.
Yeah, that's the thing as well. What I said as well, I don't know if you agree, Bish, that this game has to be good for 343 to
100%.
343.
Yeah.
No, I don't mean do the sales.
If this game isn't good at launch, if this game isn't good at launch, I think they're gone.
I don't mean do the sales. I don't mean get the Game Pass numbers. I mean on Metacritic, I hate being able. Do you know what I mean? I don't like.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Oh, this game got this on Metacritic or something, but it's got to be universally liked. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
By most people, it's got to be at least good.
The one thing I do like about it though so far, free multiplayer. That's very cool.
Boom. There you go.
Trying to get as many people and get a player base, a solid player base. That is important, and I love the fact that they've done that.
Yeah, from like day one, it needs like that ground floor player base, and they can build on it, can't they? Do you know what I mean? But
they were talking about cutting out content on release. Don't like it. I really don't like it at all. I understand that I understand there's a high level. I understand there's a very, very high expectation that Halo fans have now on Halo because of you've got Forge, you've got Theater Mode, you've got all of these different custom games and different game types as well. They've all got to be there on launch, and if they're not, Halo fans get pissy, right?
Fans get pissy, mate. Don't you worry.
Yeah, and I understand the pressure that 343 is under to make every single bit of that okay on launch. I get that. But again, the fact that they've had to delay the game, I am more than happy to wait an extra 2 years to play Halo Infinite.
If Big Phil Spencer came out now and said, you know what, lads, it's not looking good. We need 2 more years. Would you be like?
I mean, I'd still be very worried for them.
Yeah.
But yeah, because that would be the best thing for the game, and that's what's important. It's not about I'm okay with them putting a bit of microtransactions in there, so long as they really work at what's important.
Mhm.
The core Halo experience. If that's not there, then your player base isn't there. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
it's just not going to happen.
Yeah, I know what you mean, man. I know what you mean. Pretty good, mate. Anything to add before we have a chat about?
No, I've gone on and waffled on long enough
You're gonna waffle off a
on
bit.
that topic.
Listen, mate. A lot of buzz off it when you waffle on, but you need to waffle on a bit more for me. We've added to the discussion. Baldur's Gate 3 being £50 in early access.
Yeah, so
what are we saying?
I added this as a discussion. So, okay, I am hyped for Baldur's Gate 3. I love the fact that you've got Lionhead Studios?
Lionhead. Oh God, they did Divinity, right? Oh, 2 seconds. Carry on, mate. I'll find out.
I can't believe I'm drawing a blank on that. Anyway, yeah. The game looks absolutely stunning. Larian Studios. Sorry, thank you. The game looks amazing, and I'm super hyped for this game. It looks amazing. However, £50 for an early access game, that's AAA title money for something that's currently the game is out in early access right now. You can go and play the first half of the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
The first half of the game, though, I think there's like another 3 or 4 parts of the game that are coming out.
I wouldn't know.
So, and it's just like, hang on a
50
second.
50 notes, mate.
Yeah, 50 notes for something that's. I understand you get the rest of them for that money.
Yeah, that is the counter argument. That's devil's advocate. You would say that you pay £50 now, and eventually you will get the finished game, but you would get early access now.
Yeah, but let's say hypothetically, right? Let's say you spent that £50 on the part of the game that you get now, and say later down the line,
it's just shit.
Not only okay. Let's say the game's amazing, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah, I'm sure it will be. I'm sure it will be.
I'm sure it will be, right? But let's say the game is incredible and it does incredibly well. Okay.
Yeah.
Then, let's say half a year later, the next part of the game comes out. Okay. At that point, how much of the old game do you remember? How much of that first part of the game do you remember when you played it half a year ago? To me, it's very immersion breaking to have a quarter of a game or even half a game released, and then half a year later get the other half. It's especially when it comes to story-driven games. You're talking about a story-driven RPG game where your the experience that you have directly impacts your game's choices and all that sort of stuff. Those kind of games, me personally, I just don't think should be released in early access. I get that you want to test the game, and I was going to talk here about bugs and stuff that have come out.
Glorified beta tester, mate. That's all it is.
Yeah, basically, yeah. There has been a lot of bugs and stuff like that, and some very big game-breaking problems with Baldur's Gate 3.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure they'll fix them.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. Yeah,
and if you're
very good.
If you're hyped for that kind of game, brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
Like, at the end of the day, it's £50 that you want to spend. But I'm in a situation where I'm super hyped for this game, and I still haven't spent the money on it because I just can't justify £50. I just can't.
I'm not buying it until it's fully out, mate.
Mm.
No, I mean,
you can't justify £50 for a unfinished game.
Yeah. If it was like 25 now and 25 later, you'd probably be more understanding. But you'd probably get 25 and then split it in half, and then if you can keep that half, then if you wanted to have the whole game, you'd pay another 20, or maybe if you bought the first half, you can get the second half for 20 or 15. I don't know. But go on.
Yeah. But this kind of brings me on to my unpopular opinion of the day.
Can I just squeeze in quick?
Yeah, go on. Yeah, go.
I bought Hades. Oh, we mentioned it again. Boo! Shut up.
Yeah. Go on.
Early access on Epic Game Store.
Yeah.
And that £18, £17, whatever, less than £20 it was.
Right.
And it's like it's a roguelite, so it's not like story. It's got a story, it's got characters, it's got like what do you call it when they talk to each other and interactions with each other and all that shit. But like they've added on to that. They've added more interactions. They've cleaned up the gameplay. The animations are better. It's got more levels and shit. That was how early access is done. and I appreciate it, and it's only like 20 quid, so it was buzzing, and I bought the game again as well, so there you go. Bishop, sorry mate, go on.
So this brings me on to my unpopular opinion for today, and that is early access games are bad for games.
Elaborate.
Okay. So for me personally, early access games allow developers the money to be lazy. Again, unpopular opinion. I don't know. It's just to me personally, there are so many early access games out there.
Not all of them.
Not all of them. I was going to say straight after this that I was going to give a list of a few games that have been insanely like beneficial with early access. But most of them are just like, for instance, I see nearly every year a new survival zombie game or a new survival game where.
Of course you do.
And don't get me wrong, I'm in a minority of people that really don't like these type of games, but I know for a fact there are so many people that love these survival games, right?
Oh yeah.
But every single survival game that I have seen is in early access. Yeah. And I don't think I've ever seen one of them release.
Daisy, I mean,
obviously
and all that
you've got Rust and the Forest and stuff like that, right? But I don't know. To me personally, they're always in early access, and they're always very much the same in terms of quality.
Jam, nobody cares what you think. Let's just shut up. You're not on the show. Cheers, mate. Go on, Bish. I'm joking, mate. Bish,
I agree with Jam on that, to be fair.
What did he say, sorry?
Phasmophobia is in early access, and he said that's a good example of EA being good for a change. Bishop, sorry, mate. Go on.
But but like I said, I mean, this is a bit of an unpopular opinion because I know for a fact there are a lot of early access games out there that genuinely have been amazingly vamped up. Starbound, for instance, was one of them.
Oh yeah, mate.
That game was trash when it originally released, and I was so upset about it because it was it was actually the main reason as to why I don't buy early access games anymore.
I played that yours, didn't I?
Yeah, I think you did. Yeah, Starbound. I don't know. It started off very
eventually
bad.
Got
the
good,
combat
right?
system. Yeah, originally the combat system was awful, and now it's amazing.
There you go.
And there's a lot more examples, but I can't think of them off the top of my head. But yeah, the reason why I say that developers get lazy with it is because as soon as you got the money, it's like, are you gonna actually go through with the plans that you made?
Are you fucked, mate? You know what I mean?
But that's the thing. That's what early access does. Is it allows them to have the early access to the money, and yet they can, if they want to, just walk away. And it's just I don't know. It's a bit sketchy to me, and I think that there are odd occasions where this is not the case. And I'm pretty sure that No Man's Sky wasn't in early access when it released, but
it should have been.
Look at No Man's Sky now. If you go back and look at how No Man's Sky was when it originally was originally released to what it is now, like, what a transformation! And
I can respect that. Yeah,
I have utmost respect for Sean and his team.
Because I think with that one, I think Sony forced them a bit too far, and they had to lie about it. Yeah, which is why everyone got annoyed. I got annoyed.
There was actually an incredible video on YouTube about this exact topic about No Man's Sky. Let me see if I can find it. You go on. I'm just going to pop an opinion quick. Yeah, go on.
Asymmetrical games are fine. Evolve would have been good if people played it properly. Boom. Like Meds trying to be Rambo and shit like that. That didn't work.
If you have an hour,
right?
An hour. Go and watch on YouTube the engoodening of No Man's Sky. It is such an interesting hour of just documentary on No Man's Sky. It's extremely cool. And I highly recommend you go watch it.
Is it Internet Historian?
Say again.
Is it the Internet Historian?
Internet Historian is the YouTube channel. Yes. The engoodening of No Man's Sky. Go watch that.
I want to put it in. If you watch it on YouTube, it's in the description. Cheers,
cool.
mate. Bye.
It's really cool.
Yeah, do that.
It's basically about Sean's team and basically how they how the media saw them at the time compared to what their actual opinions were at the time and stuff like that. And it's such a cool hour of documentation.
You've sold us,
honestly,
mate.
go watch it. It's
You've
cool.
sold us.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, moving on. Bish, I've thrown you under the bus a bit here because it's your first show in about 1 million years. I've put you down for a forgotten gem. Do you have one or do you want me to go?
I unfortunately do not.
I'm going to have one. Right. Now, gentlemen, I forgot what I was going to do, but give me a second. I remember what I was going to do. There's been a bit of a theme the past few weeks about forgotten PS1 games, like ones that have sort of slipped under the radar. You can't get them on any store anywhere. Go to the charity shop, get them for about 50 quid. One of them now that I'm going to bring to the table is, do you remember a video game called Rascal on PS1?
No.
It looks like shit now, to be honest with you. I've got to be honest. I'm going to be truthful, right? But this is one of them games. It's like, oh, this game's really cool. This character's alright. Do you know what I mean? The gameplay probably plays like shit now, just looking at it. I've not played this game since about 2001, so you have to bear with me. But do you know what I'm saying? I mean, this is emulated, I think, at 1080.
This looks cool as fuck.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like it's a decent design.
It looks like Rugrats.
Yeah,
does it a little bit?
Yeah,
it does actually look exactly like Rugrats. What the fuck?
Has anyone done Rugrats as Forgotten Gem?
You can do that.
I don't know whether anyone has, but honestly, Rugrats was one of the.
It was ace on PS1.
Yeah, it was, to be fair.
This is cool. Looks really cool.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty straightforward. There's nothing. It wasn't like a 10 or anything. It was probably shite, to be honest with you. But when I'm, you know what I mean. When I'm a young whippersnapper, you put this in front of me, I'm going to play it all fucking day, lads.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
I was going to say this kind of looks like what Jack would want to look
those
like
camera
as a
angles,
child.
though.
Yeah, I mean, it's PS1 camera angles, PS1 graphics. Not aged well at all, lads. Let me see if we can play it anywhere. Just give me a second.
Oh my god, that dragon is amazing!
You'd be shocked, lads, that you can't play it anywhere other than the PS1, so you have to buy it from a charity shop or something.
We're all very disappointed.
How much is it on eBay, I hear you ask? Well, let me have a look first before we go into the quiz.
Come on, you can't just do eBay. It has to be on CX as well.
No, do an eBay. You do CX for me, mate.
What's it called?
Rascal. PS1. £5. There you go.
Right, so
£3.50. £1.50 postage. Get all that.
Rascal.
How did it review? I'm sorry. I'm holding everyone up. I'm sorry. I need to see how it reviewed. Then I'll go into the quiz. The quiz is the Game Boy Advance theme, by the way. So I think I've done that before, but I like the music, so you can fucking do one. Reviews. It bombed.
It bombed.
Yeah, 4 out of 10 in GameSpot. That's all I need to know, mate. Don't. If you want shitty PS1 games, go and play it. But
cool.
It's not on CEX.
That's probably why it's less than a fire on.
That's probably. We'll get it on eBay, mate. Right, sound. Next. Game Boy Advance games. Jam, if you're in the chat, you can play. I'm pretty sure you do the music champ. I don't think I've changed that, to be fair.
If it has that dragon on front, it will.
Yeah, there you go then. Gentlemen.
Yes.
5 tracks. Are you ready?
Always.
Are we all ready, guys?
Game Boy Advance games. If you need any more volume, Jam, let me know. Anyone in the chat, Neck, if you want to play as well, you're more than welcome. If you got the volume on the stream, or do you need me to?
That's fine. Don't worry about it. I've got myself.
I'm
ready.
not doing that again. But right, I'll give you a minute, and then we'll see. Name the game, please. Cheers. Banger. It's a fucking tune. Does anyone have any idea?
No Not a clue.
No, not a clue.
Do you want a clue? No. Game Boy Advance, mate. I'm gonna give you a clue. It's a Mario game.
Mario.
I think popular Mario games on the Game Boy Advance. I probably won't got this one, to be fair. It's quite hard.
No idea.
It's not MK Advance Jam. It's not Mario Brothers neck. Okay, keep it coming. No.
Mario Sunshine.
On the Game Boy.
Game Boy.
Come on, mate. Game Boy Advance.
Keep on forgetting that it's Game Boy.
Right. Come on. What are we saying, lads? Do we, any idea at all?
Not a clue.
No idea.
What do you give you a clue? If I gave you the genre of game, I'd give it away. Pow.
Is it Super Mario RPG?
I can't accept that. But you're fucking boiling, mate. I can't. It's like it is in that line of games, but I need the. It's not called that. I'm sorry.
It's not like Super Mario: The Lost Worlds or something
it's
like
not.
that.
Come on, he's nearly there. No, don't Google it, Jam.
I'm not.
Absolutely no idea.
Neck. I'm going to accept that. I'm going to accept. Yeah, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. Well done, Neck. Well done, mate.
Would never have gotten that in a million years.
No, would I? I didn't even know that game existed.
Mario Luigi, come off it. Yes, Neck knows, mate. Game Boy Advance game number 2. Are you ready?
Let's go.
Please get this one. Don't be an advert, please. Jam is right, it is RPG shite. I need the name. It's not Adventure Quest, Bishop, but we're playing it. It's like... There's 3 of them. 2 wrong games. Hang on. Give me 2 seconds. Yeah, there's 3 of them. 2 on Game Boy, 1 was on DS. It's not Final Fantasy, no. Massive, big RPG on Game Boy Advance. Jam is correct, Golden Sun.
No idea.
You fucking do one, Bishop, mate. Right, I need this one. I fucking need this one, guys. So it's 1-1, Neck and Jam, right? Track 3, let's go. This track's popping, mate. Bothered me no one's got it yet. Not Advanced Wars, Jam. You should know this. Any ideas?
I'll hazard a guess because it sounds like a Sonic game. Sonic Advance.
It's not Sonic Advance. It's not F-Zero, Jam.
I have no idea. Once again,
What are the...
I wasn't very good at Game Boy Advance because I didn't have one.
Whoa!
Mega Man.
Not Mega Man.
No.
It bothers me no one's getting this one. I give it a side scroller, but you probably would have guessed that with it being a Game Boy Advance game.
Yeah.
Was it Castlevania?
Do you know which one?
No.
If no, it's Castlevania. Jam's gonna get it though. I was gonna offer it out, but I might give it you.
Symphony of the Night?
No. I'll give you Castlevania.
Okay.
Castlevania.
It's Castlevania, Araya of Sorrow. I'll give you that, mate. You do have that game. It's not Harmony, it's the other one, Jam.
You're on the time.
Right. I expect this one, gentlemen. Yeah? Yeah? I expect this one. You better I'd get it. Let's go. Track 4. Advert, sorry. 2 seconds. Sorry.
Well, that was PlayStation 5, not Game Boy Advance. Oh, what a lad! But which game?
There's even the... Let me just check. Right, it is the game.
Oh, classic. Can I take a guess yet?
I mean... Give me 2 sec.
It's definitely Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts. You know which one, Nick?
Can I take a guess?
You can take a guess. I need the full...
Is it Chain of Memories?
Yes. It is.
Of course, it's Chain of Memories.
Oh.
Boom!
I'll give you a point for point. That seems a bit unfair. Is that right, Dan?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
it's fair because of the delay in that. So it's 2 to Neck, 1 to Dan, 1 to Jam. Is that right?
Technically 2, because I got Castlevania, didn't I? Technically.
Beg your pardon. So it's 2 all between you and Neck. So I need... No, because none of you is going to get this next one. I'm just going to do my head in. I have to scrounge for another fucking... Go on, track 5.
Yeah, we've had 5, haven't we? 'Cause it's 2 each and then 1 for Jam. But, yeah.
This is 5. Because I'll give you 2 point each for the...
Oh, right, okay,
yeah. What? Track 5. What? Name the game, please. Cheers. Jam. I mean, there's a word on that shouldn't be there. He's gonna get it. I'm gonna find another track. Give me a second. I'm gonna have to give it him, but he's wrong. But I'm gonna have to give it him because he's technically right.
Is it just Super Metroid?
No.
No,
Metro Fusion. There you go. Sorry, Nick. I'll beat you to it, mate. Advanced games. Let me have a look.
So it's 2 apiece.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
All or nothing, lads.
What we? I don't even know what to.
At this point, I'm sat in the sidelines.
Oh, I know what to do.
All, so.
I know what to do. I got one. Wait, give me 2 seconds. Let me find this track I want to play. It's sick.
It's a pretty handsome freeway, at least.
That's what she said.
Jesus Christ. And anyone thought that we'd be professional on this stream?
Thought wrong, mate. Get out of here. Right, name the game, please. I'll give you the franchise because it's quite a nonsense game. it's not Pokemon, Jam. Please get this one. I can't be asked to look for another one. The clue. RPG.
Not something like Final Fantasy Tactics,
No.
is it?
Close. Keep it going.
Final Fantasy Crystal
No,
Chronicles.
it's not Final Fantasy. What are we saying now? Does anyone know? Anybody?
Is it a Fire Emblem game as well?
Boom! Which, do you know which one do you? I'll give you Fire Emblem. No one have got it. Fire Emblem, Binding Blade. I can't.
Fuck's sake.
Jam, did you get that before Bish? Be honest. Did you get that before Bish said?
No,
No. Even.
it didn't.
Never mind. Another one coming up. I know. Lads, I've got one. Why is it not receiving? Right. Somebody get this, please. Please, somebody get this. No one's gonna get this one.
There's going to be another advertisement at this rate.
Let me just name this game. I'm just gonna play a few tracks from it. Two. Why is it doing this to me? Where's the actual songs? There you are. This'll do.
F-Zero?
That's zero.
Is it a Street Fighter game?
Not Street Fighter. It's the first party Nintendo game. Jam's here. I played Super Smash Bros. I know everything. I'm a gimp. Well done, Jam. Lucky neck. Valiant effort, mate. That about wraps it up, lads. Jam's the new quiz
Was
champ.
that like 7
Jam
songs, was it?
Something
Jam
like
won last week, you just didn't
that.
change his name.
I didn't change it because Dan's the better player, mate. You know what I mean? That's the G's, lads. Bishop, mate. Balls off your back, mate.
Honestly, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for
Yeah,
having
mate.
me.
You're welcome on the show anytime. You know what I mean? Dan,
Yes.
cheers, mate. I know you got an house to do because you're self-isolating, so you may as well come chat shit up with us. We appreciate it very much. What are you up to this week, guys? Just chilling. I got a one-day work week, so I'm fucking buzzing.
Playing Binding Isaac on stream. And...
What's you want, mate? Twitch.tv/bish_casual is where you'll see that. Doing them runs all day. Dan, are you just going to carry on with Kingdom Hearts?
More or less, yeah.
I'll slap
yeah.
No More Heroes. Probably jump back on Trails of Cold Steel 2 as well. But yeah, guys.
You should actually stream No More Heroes just to show Jam how to save in the toilet.
I think I will. It's funny. But yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, thank you. Subscribe, like, share with your friends on that shit. Tell Bishop's back. Yeah, say Bish. No one cares about Halo anymore, mate. It's done. Say to Dan,
It's done.
I disagree with your Kingdom Hearts nonsense, mate. Give him some shit. Don't give me shit. I'm never wrong. Don't worry about it. But guys, thank you. Keep it casual, and we'll see you Thursday, mate. Bye bye.
See you later.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.